We try to get pupils young because I just think the younger you start, just the better you are. Everyone that walks through the door, if you want to take it as seriously as Talia and some of my other girls and, elite athletes, then that's fine. But just my end goal is that at the end of it, everyone can defend themselves.
The Bishop Stortford Community Podcast is all about shining a light on the businesses, community leaders and local legends that make our town a great place to live. But behind the scenes, to run the podcast, it does cost money. So we've set up a simple way for you to support the podcast through the Giving Lottery. It's just £1 per week, and every week you're in with a chance to win a prize. And a portion of that money goes directly into supporting the podcast and creating more stories and more interviews like today's. If you'd like to support what we're building here, the link's in the show notes. Thanks in advance for your support. Okay, back to the episode. Welcome to the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast, the show where we shine a light on the incredible businesses, community leaders and local legends shaping our town. I'm your host, James O'Donnell, and today we are joined by Chelsea and Talia. Hi both. Hello. For those of us who don't know you yet, who are you and what do you do here in Bishop Stortford?
Okay, so my name is Chelsea Sydes and I was the founder of Pro Karate Academy. So we have about four senior instructors all under Pro Karate Hertfordshire and Essex. We've got Pro Karate Coventry as well. And then we've got a club which is more like Somerset Way. They've got a different name, but when we all get together, we compete under Pro Karate Academy.
So most people, before we press record, you explained how you were out in lots of schools throughout Bishop Stortford. That's probably how most people are going to know you. How many schools are you out at?
We're in 30 schools, I think we just hit.
Wow.
In January, yes. So we cover lots of Bishop Stortfords, Windhill, Northgate, St Michael's, St Joseph's, Hillmead, Manorfields. We're in lots of the Bishop Stortford community schools. But then we branch out, we're in Stortford.
Does it normally work? Like the kids start at primary school in those clubs and then they come along to the main club at Herts and Essex, or does it work like a feeder system?
Yeah, I mean, the schools are just before and after school. So some people come, and they only ever join the school program, but you can still do all your belts, all your gradings on that. But originally it just started off as the club. So I travel all to different areas. So originally I started at High Wyche Memorial Hall, and then I started hiring Hillmead. That's where Talia started. R.A. Butler in Saffron Walden. So I go out to all different halls every day, and they are after school clubs, so anyone can come, whereas the schools are just obviously exclusive to the school children that go to that school. And then about in 2015 I founded that Pro Karate, and that's when I started branching to the schools. And then some of my instructors that started with me from like 5, 6, 7, they obviously got their black belts, and then they turned 18 and they were like, right, what are we going to do? And the club's just grown and grown. So we've got 4 senior instructors, and then some of my like junior instructors are hoping maybe to take some more different areas and stuff. So my instructing team, like they're out Coggeshall Way, Witham, Harlow, Hertford, and they're all building their clubs as well. The dojo we have is like the hub. We do all the gradings there, the camps, squad sessions. So we that's kind of the hub where we bring everyone together.
That's an incredible growth story, from Bishop Stortford or Sawbridgeworth area, to spread out into all those different areas. There must be hundreds and hundreds of kids that have come through the academy.
God, every time I go to Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Waitrose, there's always someone that I recognise. Or just walk down Bishop Stortford. Some of my friends are like, how do you know all these people? I'm like, I taught them. Or I can't even think how many people have walked through the doors. But I think, we're pushing up to like 1,000 members now.
Wow. That's some really big numbers. So who's this for then? If I'm out there and my child hasn't tried karate before and I'm thinking about it, who's this best suited for?
Anybody really. But we try to get pupils young, because I just think the younger you start, just the better you are. Everyone that walks through the door, if you want to take it as seriously as Talia and some of my other girls and, elite athletes, then that's fine. But just at the end goal is that at the end of it, everyone can defend themselves. So boys, girls, just that at the end you have a black belt and you can literally look after yourself. That's what I hope, that if you come to for fun or just, to take it more seriously, I just want everyone to be able to walk out the door, if they finish their journey getting to black belt or not, as just having a bit of substance about them, that, you can defend yourself on the street or wherever. That's what I like when people come and take their black belt. We don't allow anyone to finish their journey without thinking, well, when I look at them all fight at the end, I'm like, oh my God, I would not want to take a punch off that person.
If I was to bring my kid along then to their first session, what would I expect?
Just fun, just like a community. There's like sometimes lots of my juniors help out. It's just, basically we try and improve flexibility, balance, coordination. Not just the foundation to have skills in lots of different areas that help other sports. So that's what we want to try and achieve as well.
And you mentioned before we came on as well that you've got plans for the future for some of these fighters that are going out to compete outside of the UK. How does that work? How do you start moving through competitions and start representing the UK?
Yeah, so we pick them up first of all. So when you start coming to our fight classes, or in karate, there's two sides called kata and kumite. Kata is more like, we laugh because we're kumite, we like fighting. But some of my instructors at the katas, we call it a dance routine. Yeah, we call it a dance routine. But no, they're so skilled. You should check out some of our reels on Instagram. But we pick them up in the club and we're like, oh, you're great, you should come to some of the squad sessions. And then we start getting them out locally, domestic competitions. And then as they start medaling there, we start taking them to nationals, British championships. And then from there, when they start medaling there, we start going overseas to more open competitions. So we were just in France a couple of weeks back, wasn't we? So that was more for elite and just some of the ones that have never experienced anything internationally before. And then you get obviously invited to the national team by attending squad sessions, just being picked up basically. And that's 14, isn't it? Yeah. You have to be 14 to represent England. And then that allows you to go, there's one person per spot. So if you're representing England, so the best girl, so Talia is number one spot in England for junior minus 59. So it's all in weight categories, age categories. And then that allows you to go to European and World Championships. So Talia last year got 7th at Europeans. Yeah. But alongside that, we have ranking competitions. So if you're below 18, they're called the youth leagues. Yeah. If you're above 18, they're Series A and Premier Leagues. So one of our teammates, Neve, she's just done on the bounce. What did she just do? The
Premier League was it Georgia?
Yeah. So she just won Georgia in January, but then she's literally just been in China, Rome. They're off to Spain, a few of the athletes next month. So we're literally traveling. These guys are traveling all the time, and without attending these, you are not being able to be ranked in the world. So Talia just got bronze in Italy youth league, and we're off to Croatia in June. So this allows her, so if you explain it.
So when I turn 18, you have to be ranked top 30 in the world to be able to compete at Premier League or Series A, I think it is. You have to be in the top 30. So of course you need ranking points to do that. So it matters. It all matters.
Yeah. And why we're talking about it is because karate is unfortunately all self-funded. Yeah. So it's by the parents, or, we're trying to do as much as possible at the club by doing these squad sessions that obviously are helping the athletes, but it's literally a tiny drop in the ocean compared to what, each trip. If you're in, I don't know, China, it's obviously not cheap to get there, back, see all the travel, the stay. So it's crazy to be able to be that top level in the world. You've got to be attending obviously all the competitions, and unfortunately It's just all self-funded at the minute. Party has no support at all.
So are you looking for like specific sponsors to help people do that kind of competition? Or is it like individual fighters are looking for sponsorship? How does that work?
Yeah, a little bit of both. So we would love getting more light on our elite athletes, because they're obviously the ones that are travelling the most. Still, our junior team are going to, you know, some of the Opens, France. We've got Poland as well coming up, but they're not travelling as frequently as what the elite ones are doing. Yeah, we'd love to get a sponsor maybe for each individual top athlete, or just, you know, anything obviously helps to sponsor the club as a whole. Yeah, it's
okay.
We've obviously got good traction with social media, and I mean, what did your video get views?
About 300,000 views. Yeah.
So one of her like reels that she put out got 300,000 views on it. So yeah, we've got good areas that we can promote businesses and stuff, but yeah, it's difficult approaching. Yeah, I don't know. It's approaching people and obviously knowing what people are happy to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And is there an end point with that where there's a particular competition that you're trying to compete at by being ranked in the world?
So at the minute, for me, it's like World Championships and the European Championships, which World Championships are only once every 2 years, and it's in October this year, which is in Poland. So that's the main goal at the minute. But of course, when I turn senior, I'll be able to compete like World Games. There's obviously, you've got your Europeans and your World still, but as a senior, everything gets a bit more important when I turn 18.
Yeah, because you can start going to Premier League. So that's what we're talking about, the ranking.
Yeah. And that's like the best in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you are at a different level then.
Well, you know, it's incredible that you've started a club up, taken people through, they're now competing at this elite level, that they can go on to those other competitions. What a fantastic success story.
Yeah.
You know, that we can share with everyone. And you know, hopefully this spreads the word, but hopefully loads of people, you know, thousands of people already know you're around. But it's great to hear how that story works. If people are interested in getting involved and getting started on their journey, where's the best place for them to find you online and reach out?
Yeah, so on Instagram, we're trying to get that up. Actually, who I might shine a light on later, I'll talk about that. She's helping me with that. So we're at Pro Karate Hearts in Essex. We've got our website, www.prokarate.co.uk, or just Google us and our bits come up. So yeah, that's the best point of contact, really.
Fantastic. What I'll do is I'll put links to that in the show notes so that people are interested to get involved, or if there's any businesses that are interested as well, they can just reach out directly to you and have that conversation. That was awesome. Really interesting to hear about that journey that you've been on. It's what a success story. Really fantastic.
Thank you.
Are you ready for some Stortford Spotlight questions now?
Yes, come on then.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Yeah.
These are 3 super fast questions that we ask every guest that comes onto the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast.
Yeah.
First question. If you could put one sentence on a billboard in Jackson Square, what would it say and who needs to hear it the most?
Okay, right. So mine is, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And everyone needs to hear that. So if you are a teenager studying for exams, if you haven't prepared, you're not going to get your good grades. Like a mum, like me, sometimes I lay in bed and I'm like, oh, I haven't ironed my little boy's uniform. And I think about it, I'm like, oh, I'll do it in the morning. And the times I've done that, I've literally failed to prepare, and I've prepared to fail, because then I'm rushing around in the morning. And I just, for athletes, if you're failing to prepare your competition, you are preparing to fail. So I just keep that in everyday life as well. So if I want to be organised and I don't do it, I take the lazy route maybe, then I'm like, oh, I am preparing to fail that morning. It's going to be chaos, or, if I'm packing a bag or something. So everyone needs to hear it, especially mums.
Such a valuable life skill. Such a valuable life skill as well. If you think about all the kids in Bishop Stortford, the amount of schools we've got preparing for exams, but even just every school day, make sure that you're ready to go and you're all up and ready. Fantastic. That's great. Thanks for that. Number 2.
Yeah.
Question 2. Where do you go in Stortford that you secretly hope never gets too popular?
We've got different answers. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, okay. Right, mine's USA Nails. I have my nails done every 2 weeks, 10 days without fail. Lucy, I mean, she's just retired now. I love her there. They'd like have sweets for my little boy. They'd give him Christmas presents, everything. And the nicest people. And then she retired. And I was like, oh my God, what on earth am I going to do? But that her nephew's taken over and he's the nicest man. They're just so friendly. Yeah, mine's USA Nails. They're
USA
just
Nails,
nicest
fantastic.
people. Talia's is different.
Mine
nice.
is Apollo Nails.
Oh, another nail shop.
Mine is Apollo, because without Apollo, if they were busy all the time and couldn't fit me in, I don't know what I'd do either. Nails always need to be nice.
Yeah.
Well, this is our first ever nail shout out, and the fact that you've shouted out 2 separate different nail shout outs. Yeah, this is the first for the podcast. So they're a bit beyond my realm of knowledge, to be honest. So I'll have to defer to you. But thanks for that. We'll put links to both of them in the show notes.
Good.
So if anybody wants to go where you guys go, you've influenced.
Do it.
You've influenced. Well done. Okay, last question. Who's doing something special in town that more people need to know about?
Okay, well, mine has got to be This is Bishop Stortford Instagram page. Katie, I know she doesn't like to show her face, but she's building loads of traction for businesses, and she actually put me onto you, and she's just trying to show lots of support in the community. She's trying to help with the sponsorship and everything like that. So I think mine has got to be Katie. But there's loads of sports clubs that are great as well. Like my little boy goes to Harvey at Football Fun Factory. He's amazing. My friend runs Pixie cheerleading, and they do a great job in the half terms as well. There's lots of different sports clubs as well that I love. But yeah, Katie is doing some good in the community with trying to get obviously everyone on board and shining light on people's businesses. So yeah, that's mine. Yeah,
Katie does great things. As I said, we are trying to get her on the podcast, but she's a difficult lady to get in front of a camera. But This is BS CM23. It's a great Instagram page. We'll give it a shout out. But I'm sure most people are on it, but we all love Katie.
One
day she'll be on the podcast.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't believe she was trying to get me. She was pushing me to get on, and she hasn't even been on herself.
Yeah, well, you can go back to her now. That's fine. Talia, have you got someone special?
Mine would be Hot Pod Yoga. I absolutely love it there, and I think it's for everyone, really. Like, it's, as I've been there, I've seen different people of different ages, different genders. But it's amazing, and it's so good for you, like recovery, or even if you just want to sweat out of it. Like, it's great. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, it's a great space there. I actually interviewed Nicola earlier this morning for the podcast. Yeah, really? So yes, sounds like a really fantastic space. Quite unique in Bishop Stortford as well, and I think for any athletes out there, I think it's going to probably should form part of their recovery and strength and flexibility program, most definitely. That's some fantastic shout outs.
I need to really go there. Still yet to been there, right? I need to go. Yeah.
Well, let's make that happen.
Yes,
definitely. Right. Finally, so people are interested. Where's the best place for them to follow along online and follow your stories?
So our Instagram's at Pro Karate Herts and Essex. Our website is www.prokarate.co.uk. Yeah, so that's the place.
We will link up to all of that on the show notes so people can reach out, follow along, and hopefully kickstart their own journeys. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us on the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast today.
No worries. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Not a problem. If you've enjoyed this episode, to follow, leave a quick review on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you're listening to this, and then share it on your socials, or maybe someone in town who isn't on social media, but you think they should be following the journey of the Pro Karate Academy. And if you've got a local legend, a nail technician that I haven't featured on the podcast, drop their name in the show notes and I can reach out to them and get them on the podcast as well. I'd love that conversation. I think it'd be fantastic. Again, Chelsea, Talia, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.